Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. All right, working out some of the new patches. Got a little disconnected, so missed a few things here. Let's see where we're at. Sound check. All right, working out some of the new patches. Got a little disconnected, so missed a few things here. Let's see where we're at. So we got 4 balls down. Sound check. All right, working out some of the new patches. That little bit of disc, what a nice line there. It's not going to quite get in the hole, but really split the uprights, put that pressure on. Gonna force him to have to fire at this 10. Joel's letting me know that it is 3-0 on the ball count for Randy. That's gonna get in there. Four, playing for 4 now. Randy is gonna come up pretty short on this 2 ball. Should be able to draw above the 5. Trying to get Joel to be able to see the screen here. Sorry about that. Got a little distracted. Oh, so close. Actually, I'm kind of surprised. He must have really liked the way that kick was sitting. Obviously, with the way it turned out, it was not very far off at all. Ooh. That needed a little tickle of the 5 ball there. Was not very far off at all. And he's going to send the 2 ball up table and keep the cue ball down low. Good to get some separation, getting behind that 9 ball, really applying some pressure on Randy here. Playing his thin off of the 1, maybe the 14, coming along this line somewhere. But it gets up pretty high where Mike will be looking at this 4-ball banking. Gets it down. I believe Mike is sitting on 2. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted trying to get Joel's situation worked out, but got the guys on it. Nice shot. Mike with an opportunity here. Nice open table. Might come across for the 1 ball now just because of the angle he's got on this 12 ball. It's nice natural speed. Look outside pocket. Oh. Randy more than likely looking to play the 14, followed by the 1 to carry over to the 2 possibly to close out this rack. Gonna be a little bit of a steep angle here. I think it's gonna be coming right along something like that. Should be pretty comfortable. Oh, he caught it a little thick. Tight pockets coming into play. Mike looking to cross this over and have position on the 2 or the 4. Trickles it in. I think his closest line, if he's trying to bank this, is going to have to be pretty stiff. A little bit wide, but not by much. Puts the pressure on. I don't know if he can see the full ball to be able to kick it out. Ooh. Very nicely escaped there. That was a touchy spot. Line looked good. Pace was just a little bit, but keeps the pressure on. I don't think you want to hit it too much harder and risk selling out the 11. Let's see. I don't know if he can shorten that up enough because that's kind of the closest line to get by there. So he might just bank it a little long and stick him up underneath of the 4. Or is this, that's pink, the 5 ball. Got to remember pink before purple on the Aramith blacks. Ooh, that was strong to get that ball to go and break those two out for position. So Randy takes down the first game. Joel, can you hear me? Not yet. So Randy holds down his first break. Now it's going to be Mike breaking. I like it when they break to where their name's at, so the names are on the right side to declare pocket. Nice standard break here to apply lots of pressure on Randy, seeing what his options are. Rail first in the 14, that's not going to have enough juice on it. Mike's looking to maybe glance into the 6th lightly and come up above it. Catches it a little bit fuller than he wanted. I'll keep the score down below here. Mike on 1. Tricky spot. Probably just going to roll through the 6 and place the cue ball near the rail. I don't think you can come back into the stack with the 9 ball where it's at. Mike is looking to cross the 6 and probably leave the cue up by the top right pocket. Gotta watch Randy. He likes to cut this ball if it clears here. Doesn't carry a ton of risk. Unless he plays it with a lot of speed and comes around 4 rails and leaves something on the 1, but doesn't gain him a whole lot besides getting that ball in or closer to his hole, because I don't think a lot else plays comfortably. All right, let's take a look at this side view, see if there's anything looking juicy to kick into the stack. That 10 off of the 12 could be, but he's going to play a little bit more conservative. Does nicely to tie up the 110 there. Going to get a little bit of up table action here. Think he's a little too thin to be able to consider banking that 12 ball back. Might see him pull out the crutch, play off of the 12, try and get the cue ball back up into the rack, or just chip it down to the bottom rail. He's getting on that ball pretty full, like he might be trying to play the bank. He is. See if I can switch fast enough to see how that 11-4. Yeah, I don't think he can play off of the 4 ball, but he could play into the 7, back along this line. Oh, he could. Yeah, I think he's gonna give something up on that 8 ball, though. It's a steep cut, but I feel like you have to go here, especially if he can find a line to split this up right with the cue ball. Very nice. Does he have another?
Okay, now we're
Hey, I hear Joel.
okay.
Welcome.
I'm gonna mute for a second, Trevor.
Okay. We're making some progress. Let's see. Could be playing off of this ball with the cue ball. Or he's just chipping that 11 ball out. I think the ball count is 1-1. Looks like we're going to be moving some balls up table for the time being until somebody gets a free look. Mike's seeing if there's anything that can create a bit of pressure. think he wanted a little bit higher on the cue ball to try and protect this 3 ball. Because he can cross it. Just got to watch out for the double kiss, which is going to be quite large in that line. Load up with high inside to help try and avoid it. Because if he could get up behind that 10 ball with a high inside ball and get it over into the pocket, that's about the only potential safe way to shoot this shot. Ooh. Just misses the double kiss, but cue ball gets away. It's going to give an opportunity for Mike to pocket this 10, roll up to bank the 5 ball. Drills it. Mike's now at 3. Randy's at 1. Don't see that 4 ball clearing, so he's probably just going to kind of roll up table and not give anything up. Nice. Kind of block that 12 ball line a little bit. I don't think he's going to be shooting at it just because running into this cluster here, lots of unknowns, but maybe he's feeling like the line is good. No. Yeah, that cluster right now is favoring Mike's position to not leave a lot on Randy's side of the table to be able to play. This 2 ball does play. However, it's got some risk. Randy's looking to glance off of probably the 15 ball and send the cue ball up table and kind of jostle that pack. Nice speed on the cue ball. Little moving battle back and forth, trying to create some pressure and difficult positions to have something be more in the favor of whoever wins the moving battle first. I do think that he can. Is he able to see that 12? No, he's just coming off of the high side of the ball to get down table. Whew. Just catches the right side of that pocket to keep the cue ball above water. Gonna see more up table action.
Trevor, can you hear me?
I can. Welcome. Get everything worked out?
We'll see.
We'll see.
So far, so good.
All right.
All right, so the players did switch pockets, correct?
Yeah, so Randy's standing over his pocket now. The score is currently Mike at 3 and Randy at 1, but Randy's got a reasonable opportunity here. It's not completely without risk.
Yeah, he just has to be careful not to run in to that. What is that? The green and red to not sell out that 5 ball.
Yeah. I think running into the 7 ball also has got potential disaster written on it if he doesn't make the bank. Misses everything. Ooh,
Oh, good thing he made that one.
I think he made that one. Indeed. All right, so that puts Randy at 2.
2, 3. And you said Randy did get the first game, correct?
Randy did get the first game. He hit a nasty cross and got in the 2 balls that were spotted and was able to get out from that shot.
And in this round robin format, since they're not playing a traditional race, they're just playing 2 games. We're saying that every game counts and every ball counts in
Yeah,
case there's a tiebreaker.
exactly. So you're going to see a lot more conservative play because it's not just about winning the games, it's about overall ball count too, potentially.
Yeah, so it's just going to go cascading down from games 1. Did we find out if the next deciding factor is the heads up match or if it's just going to go games 1 to ball count?
Games 1 to ball count, and then that'll get down to the final 4. Top 2 spots will play for first. Third and fourth spots will play for third.
Gotcha. So if by chance 2 players have exactly the same record and they split their games against each other, do you know if there's a deciding factor?
I don't. I think
Okay, gotcha.
I think they might play one game for that. Maybe they might.
Mm,
I think Randy will. I remember asking him something similar when he was talking about it when I was up there a couple of months ago, and I think he was saying, "Well, we'll cross that bridge if you know, that super rare circumstances arises." But
yeah, I was playing a round robin last night, and I always make sure to find out that information because it came down to a single match. It was an 8-player round robin, but it almost went to a 3-man tiebreaker. So it would have gone from matches 1 to heads up matches, but because player A beat player B, and then player B beat player C, and then player C beat player A in their heads up matches, it would have been like a 3-way cipher. So it actually would have gone down to games 1.
oh wow,
Yeah. Well, he's got him tripled up here.
yeah. I mean, you almost have to fire at this ball at this point, but
Does
I mean,
does the 11 not pass the 5?
I don't think so.
I think he'd be jumping up and shooting it if it did, but maybe he's just a little bit wary with how tight these pockets are.
Definitely.
Could we
Trying
see a safe? Does he have enough of the 6 to just play the 6 out and leave him stuck on the back of that? Okay, he's going the other way. Off the 1, leaving him on the back of the 6-11.
That's tying some things up.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think Randy will be able to try and switch the side view, see if it helps us any up there. Randy could glance off of the backside of the 6 and just kind of leave him right nestled up.
Yeah, so now they're just playing this micro trap against each other, seeing who leaks first. Fortunately for Randy, he has such strong position with that two ball down there.
Yeah, but Mike also has his 5 ball lingering, so if he is able to get that micro safety to get above the 6, he could.
Yeah, they're just milking that for what it's worth right there.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Did he get
Wow.
it frozen? The way he's looking at it, maybe.
Yeah, that's pretty tight. At a certain point in time, he might just have to take a foul. I mean,
That's yeah. That's what I was just thinking. I was like, well, if you are in that tight of a spot, you almost have to take a foul just to kind of keep status quo.
do you know if they're playing three foul rule?
I do not. That would be
Gotcha. I mean, it doesn't come up super often, but it comes up in these types of situations. I know I saw Harry was three to the bad earlier, but I don't believe they were consecutive.
right.
All right, a little touchy shot there. Ooh,
I don't know if that. Let's do a line of centers here. Yeah, I think he's got some angle to work with, getting past that 4.
and this
Uh,
is Randy's home room, and this is his home table that he plays on the most, correct?
correct. And
Gotcha. So he's got that home field advantage.
yeah, I was mentioning that when I first came in, but Mike D did just get to play two racks on this table to get kind of comfortable with it, and he was playing strong, making some nice outs.
Oh yeah, I mean he was drilling some banks, center pocket.
Yeah, he ran 7 and out.
I have a feeling he's played on a gold crown once or twice.
Yeah, chances are good.
All
You
right,
playing
so
this for the bank? He's coming all the way back up. Needs a favorable roll above that 5. That's
I like what he did there. I mean, I think he gave himself a decent opportunity to keep running balls, and if by chance he missed, at least he was holding his man somewhat. Whereas if he would have played that with inside and split that 12-1, if he misses that, ugh.
so that makes a ball count 3-3.
And they have the ability to self-score if they chose, correct?
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. And we haven't seen that yet.
We have not seen that yet. And that's why I'm kind of just
Yeah, I like what you're doing there. So he's trying to avoid flirting with any of those balls over on Mike's side. I mean, he has, depending on how tight that 9 is on the rail, he knows he can bring it down towards his pocket, but he's got to be careful. It doesn't look like the 11 passes the 6 or the 4. He just can't bump those. And
yeah,
he's really, really guarding against the 7, right?
right. Yeah, the 7 ball. He is. Well, he
I
was
mean,
considering swinging at it.
yeah, I think he can. Yeah, I like this much better. Oh,
Doesn't want
wow.
that to go. Oh, okay.
I thought maybe he was just going to leave it up on the head rail kind of next to the 9 and give himself another bank. But he was tying those up even more.
Yeah,
I wonder at what point in time he potentially might make a ball up in that top left and have it spot just to bring something into play. Like right now, could he potentially shoot the 6 and then leave Mike behind the 7-4? No. All right. So
yeah.
building the wedge.
Building the wedge, getting them tighter and tighter over there.
All right, Mike just going to bring another ball into play. This will be interesting to see how Randy tackles this. I mean, depending on what level of play, you're seeing people just straight up cut this to their pocket. You're seeing people bank this to their pocket. I like that. Just leaving it for later, opening up a bank lane.
Yeah, really, really adding to the congestion.
Well, we know they're not playing the new Derby rules
Yeah,
because these balls would be spotting. So here we are, classic Nick Varner wedge. It'll be interesting to see how tight this wedge continues to get.
right. Coming off the 1 or the 12 here, probably the 1.
Yeah, he's just really tightening it up. He's continuing. I feel like he's just really trying to constrict on Mike's balls over there and make sure that nothing leaks. He knows that he has that 9 and that 12. At some point in time, though, if that wedge continues to get so tight, he's going to have to worry about the reverse bank to Mike's hole.
Right.
Like right now, I feel like Mike could twist that 9, and it looks like he might be able to. I don't think the 12 goes by the 9 to
Yeah,
Mike's hole.
I don't think currently he might be able to cinch this 12 up and leave it, somewhere in here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just doesn't want to go too heavy-handed.
Yeah, that's going to be
Ooh,
tempting.
I think Mike's firing at this.
Yeah.
What does he have to lose? I mean, as long as he plays at pocket speed, we know the cue ball's coming up table.
I mean, depending on how aggressive that.
Yeah, see, there we go. I like that speed there.
Yeah. Keeping it below the pocket too, where the bank is not really not available at all, I don't think, unless you really want to.
Is he just playing 2 rails and kind of leaving the up here for the bank lane?
I think so.
Oh
No?
no, 1 rail into the wedge. Okay, here we go. Ball spotted. This is getting a little dangerous here, though. We're going to see if Mike feels he can twist this 9 down into his hole.
Yeah, I don't think the 6 can twist past the. I think like the max that he's going to be able to get off of the 6 ball is something like this.
Yeah, I think that'd be asking a lot. I mean, okay. Wow. Decisions.
This is very similar to the line of the ball that Randy banked and got into the pack.
So he took a free shot at his hole from here and then just stunned over towards the wedge. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it was in the reverse, but he banked across and then got the cue ball to kind of come into where the 6. There was 2 balls here.
Gotcha.
Very
Look at that
similar to that.
line. Wow. Beautiful shot. Built in shape. I'm always afraid to shoot that one just because if I'm not good with my aim on the 9, I can leave a return bank somewhere down here.
Yep.
And, if you miss, then Mike has a potential shot on the 6 also. But Randy's looking good here. Now, the question is he going to run firm into the wedge or is he going to leave himself the bank on the 4 next? Nope.
Gets into the wedge. Randy is now playing for 3.
Yeah, 5-3, right?
Yep. And that wedge is looking pretty tight.
So do you just try and chisel one ball out of there and like work one at a time, or are you really trying to make like a big move on this?
I don't get into a lot of wedge games, to be honest with you. I would have to say that's just not a situation that I've encountered enough to like say that I have a surefire way of what I like to do. But
Gotcha.
I
I feel
do
like
like having like one ball out and kind of battling over that one ball at a time, would probably be.
I generally try and look to see when a ball is getting close to the pocket, say like the 12 here, and say, okay, potentially the 12 might be the first ball to fall. And you moving around that ball and saying, okay, well, when that ball falls, we know where it's going to go. It's going to spot up, but key is where the cue ball is going to be at that point in time. So,
Right. Responding to Lou in the chat.
all right. I feel like we're kind of starting to get a bank lane opening for Mike here on the 12 ball. It's not there quite yet, but might be something to look forward to in the next few shots. He can definitely get a decent line, looks like on the 11, but he's got to worry about how much movement he gets on the other balls. Yeah, see, oof. I mean, that was a good line, but what's it going to cost him here? And once again, Randy's only playing for 3.
Yeah, I mean, Randy can play this cut with a
With
high ball.
inside, yeah, to play the
Come
next bank. That's what I was thinking. It looks like he might be drawing.
going for.
No, he played your shot. I like it. Beautiful line. Oh yeah, look at this.
Wow.
How's he hit it? Playing for 2.
Playing for 2 with a. I mean, I think you can kind of put a little bit of draw on this ball. Get your cue ball kind of coming at the 1 ball bank line.
Is this Randy's first match of the day?
It's a little high. Ooh. I'm not. I haven't gotten a bracket. We were kind of working on those technical difficulties, and they started this one up right afterwards. So
Gotcha. Well, we know Mike just played Harry, so maybe Mike and Harry was in the first round, and Randy had the early sit out. Do we know if they have 9 players or is it 8?
I haven't gotten word back on that yet. I will. I messaged Randy, but I think he was just getting ready to start playing. So
Yeah, it's like he's playing a tournament or something.
yeah, I mean, it's almost like he's here to play. I
Well,
can also.
I noticed on the poster it said 8 players, but on the list of players they had 9. So I wasn't sure if they were gonna they did that on purpose, where one player always gets to sit out every round, which in a long round robin like this can be advantageous for most people because just sitting out. So playing for 1. Looks like he's banking this extreme outside. Look at this great speed.
Wow, right in the. Ooh,
Mhm.
that's a. It's not a guaranteed ball to tear out without giving something up. Get it in the
Yeah.
side pocket. Played it nice though.
So what's the saying? That the tighter the pocket, the harder the make, but the easier the removal. Something like that.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess that's give him an option at a cross.
Yeah, he's got to maintain that 1 ball just because that's the biggest threat towards him right now. If Mike can manage to take this 1 ball, we're getting back into another finessey wedge game up here.
Yeah, and it's an interesting strategy that comes with this too, because even on your non-break, even if you're kind of in a bad spot, sometimes just making a couple extra balls could play huge if everybody's splitting games.
I think he's just. Ooh.
Look at outside pocket.
Oh wow. So 7-2, Randy shooting his game ball off the spot. doesn't have a whole lot of threats here, so he's pretty much a free ball. There we go.
Out.
Wow, what a turn of events. So
Wow.
2 coming up, 6-2. Mike has a potential okey doke, right?
Yeah, but with the way the balls lay up there, I don't think you're gonna.
Yeah, before when he was playing Harry, oh, look at those, don't look super straight. Yeah, he just played this soft just to open up those 2 balls to leave himself more threats. That's almost exactly how he played it against Harry earlier. All
Nice
right,
speed on the cue ball.
well, this is shaping up to be a much better game. I like it.
Yeah, that was a huge turn to have that spot ball.
And just
Right.
in case anyone's coming in late, this isn't a traditional race. This is just 2 games played in a round robin. So basically, you're playing for stats throughout the tournament. So with Randy being up 1-0, a split is going to be huge compared to a 0-2 loss.
Correct.
I mean, Mike's coming up off of a 2-0 win over Harry. So a 0-2 to Randy would kind of be an equalizer. Oh
Yeah.
man. Yeah, that was tough right there. Just playing the natural for the same color ball, 11.
It's heading
Ooh,
right at it.
came up a little tight.
Well, it banks
You
pretty
think that
straight.
you think that's inside? He's got to shorten it up, or you think it's? I don't know if he can just slow roll that.
I think if he hits right along this line,
Yeah, it looks like he's playing with a touch of inside. It's probably gonna be a little bit firmer to try and get it to straighten out. Ooh, 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 yeah. See, they get 2 choices there. I like that speed because he's leaving it hanging, but as you saw, he was trying to get as close to that ball as he could.
ooh, that looked like a little miscue.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was a big shot. I would have liked to see Mike take his time on that one a little bit more.
He was shaking his hand, but was Randy back playing for one?
Ball count's 6 on the table, and we know that Mike still has 2. So I think, yeah, I think this is Randy's game ball. I think he conceded, maybe. We just didn't see it. It's off.
Yeah, I missed that last ball count. So Randy gets 2 games, and Mike got 2 balls on each game. So I asked for a photo of the round robin and like how they're keeping stats, so we can maybe keep up to date on the
Yeah,
stats.
I would imagine that they would be wanting to really document the balls right here to know not only what the game score was, but the ball count. But I'm not there, so I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I
That's why I kind of asked to see that the tournament bracket, however they're doing it, so that we can see how they're keeping those stats.
round robins are one of my favorite styles of play, but they get tricky. You have to really do your planning.
Yeah, I
It,
remember playing a round robin at the shop, and I thought I was in good position to be like guaranteed second or something like that. And like it came down to like one game where I got complacent because I thought I was already guaranteed in the cash and ended up placing me into fourth place because of that one game, just not knowing and understanding.
yeah, like when you're setting up a round robin on like digital pool